Well, viewers, let's open this up. We have another big story today. India is marking the 3rd anniversary of the dastardly attacks in Pulwama. Now, viewers, on a day when we salute our heroes who immediately avenged this attack by carrying out a cross-border strike, you have politicians in this country that are questioning the resolve of our forces and slandering them by doubting their courage. Let me give you an example. Telangana Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao has asked the centre to furnish proof of the surgical strikes that took place, viewers. And I'm not talking about Balakot here, I'm talking about Uri. Viewers, Mr. Rao has also defended Congress President Rahul Gandhi in asking for proof of surgical strikes. He said he is also working for the proof. There is nothing wrong in Mr. Rahul Gandhi asking for proof of surgical strikes. What was wrong, I'm asking now. Come on, let the government of India show the proof. This is what he said in a public press conference. Remember, this is the same KCR, viewers, who called Rahul Gandhi a buffoon 3 years ago. He called him a buffoon. Today he's echoing Rahul Gandhi and saying that the man is sensible while asking these questions. Let me open this up, viewers. Let me go straight across to a leader of the TRS that is joining us live. We also have, of course, Mr. Poonawalla here with us. And I want to immediately begin by asking Mohammed Shakil Aamir, TRS MLA. Sir, do you think what KCR has said, the Chief Minister of Telangana has said, is extremely offensive, given the fact that the Uri strikes has been one of the most successful cross-border operations undertaken by India in more than a decade and a half?
See, it's not about the suspicion. It's not about any suspicion the Chief Minister has said anything. It is about the India is demanding, our country is demanding about the surgical strikes, which our Honorable Chief Minister has also asked to show a proof of it. Nothing wrong in that. Even the government of India, if anything which is confidential, they can call for a all-party meet confidentially and let them show the surgical strike proof, which will be more confidential. They can take all parties into confidence. Now, India is demanding the proof of surgical strikes, not only our Honorable Chief Minister. In the past, many parties and also many people of India have demanded the details about the surgical strike, which the government of India, the Bharatiya Janata Party government is always hesitating to show any proofs of that.
Why does the BJP find this so reprehensible, Shehzad Poonawalla?
Rahul, last I checked, the surgical strikes and the Balakot airstrike wasn't done by the Bharatiya Janata Party, although he might want to give my party credit for it, but it was done by the Indian Armed Forces. And after the surgical strikes, Rahul, not only channels like yours put out the proof, but it was the DGMO who came out and briefed. You remember in America when they went after Osama bin Laden and they did get him, it wasn't the armed forces of America that did a press briefing, it was President Obama, political person, who did the press briefing that yes, we have got Osama. But none of the political stakeholders there said, "Arey Obama ji, zara Osama ki लाश तो दिखा दीजिए." But there are certain parties in India who एक व्यक्ति के विरोध करते करते देश का विरोध और सेना का विरोध इस पर उतर आते हैं. And this is time and again demanding proof for Balakot airstrike. Even in the Balakot airstrike, you remember it was Mr. Dhanua, the former Air Chief Marshal, who said that yes, we accomplished what we had set out to. You had put out the NTRO reports as to how there were 300 active mobile phones in that area, and those went silent after the Balakot airstrikes. There were multiple reports that were put out. Even in the case of Pulwama, there were those who doubted that India has done Pulwama and gave a clean chit to Pakistan. And this is despite the fact that the Indian armed forces had come out and set the record straight on all of these issues. And therefore today the question that fundamentally one needs to ask is that क्या एक व्यक्ति का विरोध करते करते पुलवामा की एनिवर्सरी पर, on the day that we are remembering our martyrs, you will do a chot on the manobal, on the mindset of the soldiers. Today, imagine those who have conducted the surgical strikes and have risked their lives. What would they be feeling? Imagine those who have risked their lives in Balakot and gone and achieved a success for India. What would those forces be feeling? This is a direct strike being done on the mindset. And what did Rahul Gandhi say? He called it a khoon ki dalali and a farzical strike. In Balakot, Sidhu said that proof dikhao, because he felt that only Chil Kauas were targeted by Balakot airstrike. Time and again, to make to stand in opposition of the armed forces because you oppose Narendra Modi of the BJP, that is the reprehensible act.
Well, there you go, Mr. Mohammed Shakil Aamir. There you go.
Yes. As he talked about the United States strike which became Osama bin Laden, I can tell you something about it. When the strike was done on Afghanistan and everyone was taken into confidence in the United States, that situation was completely different.
No, how is it different? The proof is, no, hang on, one second. Mr. Mohammed Shakil Aamir, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Have you seen the pictures of the airstrike? Have you seen the pictures of the Uri surgical strike? They're all there. No, 1 second. These are the pictures. The CCTV camera or whatever it was, the surveillance cameras that are mounted, the helmet cameras that are mounted. These pictures are from those. What do you think all of this is?
See, when India is demanding, when people...
No, which India, sir? Which India? No, TRS chief is demanding.
It is the duty of the government.
No, hang on. KCR is not the Prime Minister of this country, number one. Neither is he, no, 1 second. Neither has he been elected by 1.3 billion Indians. No, 1 second. Who in India is demanding? Who in India is demanding?
Which is playing with the life of...
Who in India is demanding, sir?
That is our concern, what we wanted to say. We salute our Jawans.
Really? You salute them by questioning? You salute them, sir, by questioning their resolve? You salute them by questioning their word? You salute them by questioning their integrity? You salute them, sir, by going out there and suggesting that they have faked a surgical strike? What is wrong with you?
The integrity of our Jawans, not at all. Never I said that. I salute the Jawans of India. I salute our soldiers for doing whatever they did.
Quick rebuttal.
We are doubting the
Mr. Poonawalla, quick rebuttal before I bring in Dr. Ranganathan.
See, the way
Fair enough. You are not questioning anybody. You are questioning everybody, including the army, but it's not an insult. Okay,
sir,
quick
can you
response.
Please stop interrupting.
Mr. Poonawalla, quick response.
Eventually, all the time,
sir,
only one thing that one person,
I can respond if you stop heckling me.
Behind one person. No, none of the parties are behind one person. Yesterday, the Assam Chief Minister...
Can I please respond, sir?
...spoke about
sir, do you believe...
Rahul Gandhi.
Sir, you may not believe the BJP. You may not believe the media channels of this country. You may not believe the Prime Minister of this country accepted. Do you believe Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh?
The Chief Minister of Assam...
Sir, do you believe Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh?
What is he talking about, Assam, sir? You're talking about the wrong theatre. Why are you in the East when we are in the West?
They are refusing to...
When we are in the Western theatre, what is wrong with you? Okay, 1 minute. Viewers, the visuals of that surgical strike are on your screens.
How does one communicate with somebody who is not even willing to see evidence that is put out?
Yeah. Shehzad Poonawalla, quick response, and I want to bring in Dr. Ranganathan right after. Yes.
Look, this is the problem with certain political parties. Their commitment towards India and its institutions is conditional. If we are in power, then the army is fine, then the Supreme Court is fine, the Election Commission is fine, the EVM is fine. If we are out of power or if it doesn't suit our convenience, then we start raising question marks on all these institutions, question their integrity, and we do not mind the damage
Dr.
that is being
Ranganathan.
done. I asked the TRS spokesperson again, do you believe Mr. Ranbir Singh, the Lieutenant General who did the press briefing?
I'm sure he doesn't, because otherwise why would his chief minister be asking this silly question? Anyhow, Dr. Ranganathan, would you like to respond?
all the time whenever the elections come in India, these things are usually
I'm very
happening. All the
patiently.
time
I've been
whenever
listening.
our general elections are there, whenever he is seeing the incident when the UP elections are going on, is an incident in Karnataka.
Sir, these are madmen. These are interruptions.
Is haunted by.
Okay, one second. I think you got the wrong idea, Mohammed Shakil Aamir. We are actually talking about the Pulwama counter strikes. You're on some other, I don't know, hemisphere. It's okay. Yes.
Yes,
Doctor.
Rahul, we have to accept the fact that in the last 7 years, the following has happened, and I think Shehzad did put his finger on it. Unfortunately, the hatred for Modi has now firmly transmogrified into hatred for India. There is no other way of putting it. You see, I still don't mind if, as the Congress, many leaders said, including Mr. Hari Prasad was one, Mr. Sidhu was another. They said, and I'm quoting them, Modi और इमरान खान की setting हुई है. Basically alleging and insinuating that Pulwama was done by Modi by a setting, quote unquote, setting with Imran Khan to win the general elections. There was the National Conference spokesperson, Rahul, if you remember, who said that BJP supplied the RDX to the Pulwama bomber.
True.
I still say, chalo theek hai yaar, aap Modi ko gali de rahe ho, Modi ko gali do. But the fact of the matter is for them to doubt our army, our military, that is going beyond abusing Modi or the BJP. And when they do that, incidentally, this legislator from Telangana, he is so completely wrong on Osama bin Laden. For at least a year, the world took the word of Obama when he said that we have buried Osama at sea. There was no proof that was given, no proof. The proof finally appeared after a year when the videos of Obama looking at some of the videos that he's watching television with his wives appeared. Otherwise, there was no proof. We had to go by his word. So they accepted the word of Obama, but they are not willing to accept, leave Modi. They're not willing to, the reason is they are calling, they call our army chief as Sadak Ka Gunda. But here, 10 seconds, Rahul, you know, I have a word of caution, if I may, for my dear friend Shehzad as well. You see, there is this saying, do not wrestle with a pig because you get dirty and the pig enjoys it. Now, where was the need for Mr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma to wrestle with, say that Rahul Gandhi, Bhi proof de, what is his paternity? These things are not, just ignore people who are rude and abusive to the army. Where is the need for saying all these derogatory things?
Okay, Shehzad Poonawalla, quick response.
Yes, but you have to understand, Anand, that when you attack the armed forces of this country, you are attacking the national morale and the national consciousness of this country. And to expect that political parties won't reflect the national sentiment when you attack the Indian armed forces would be a little unbecoming, because political parties ultimately are the barometer of public sentiment. And therefore, Rahul Gandhi has been told exactly what the public feels about it. Well, and his views on the armed forces.
Well, viewers, look, it's very unfortunate when incidents like Pulwama are dragged into the political theatre. We're a mature democracy. We're not Pakistan, viewers. We've got to start rising above this. Can't take the bait. The reason we've done this debate, at the risk of falling right back into the cesspit, viewers, and giving individuals like this a platform, is to also tell you that there are people out there who will knock on your doors to take your vote in a few weeks, months, years. And at that time, you have to ask yourself, whose interests are they actually serving? Think about it. I'll leave it at that.